So, about that ongoing confusion.
Ongoing confusion? What?
Yay for cones made up just to screw with sci-fi geeks.
Everything's ready at this end. Looks like Ian's connected.
I am everything.
Sorry, I'm just doing a lot of shit. So if you all are ready to go, I guess we can begin. Let me just pull up my notes.
I am your notes.
Well, Brad was playing Roswell, everybody died.
So,
Alright, let's see.
Ian's in apparently a creepy mood today.
I have all the moods.
Do not look in your shower, for I am inside.
Okay. Last we left off, some weeks ago, the group had upset Herrick, their employer. They had been tasked to retrieve his supply mostly by just making certain presumed gangs leave. They got the gangs to leave, but that required burning down his entire warehouse, and, well, that sets him back a little bit in terms of money, never mind covering up your involvement. So he needs a healthy injection of funds to his accounts. And one of the many ways in which he's decided to do this is to call in debts owed. However, the being that owes these debts has decided to simply ignore his demands. This does not sit over well with him, so he's decided to make you earn your place back in his good graces by, simply put, getting his money's worth out of the matter. However you decide to do that, he doesn't particularly care. He's just robbing them blind or ransoming or whatever you really please, but he wants his money. Thus, he sent you in the direction of Ban Rora. Not particularly prestigious ban, but certainly higher up than any of you will ever be. Thus, it seems your plan to get his money's worth seemed to involve getting an invitation directly, which you seem to have gotten so far. You feel as if you've done the right steps. You have the correct dress, the full ensemble, and beyond a simple invitation for half your group, the other group seems to plan to, well, sneak in as they're causing a distraction and just steal anything not nailed down. Possibly nail down stuff, too. Depends on whether or not you bring a hammer.
I've got a crowbar.
Yeah, see? Never know. However, before any of that could be finished, after you got your dress, it was decided that a couple of you would case the joint, so to speak, just to get a good look at the grounds and, possibly the patrols and other such important business. Thus we return, and thus I ask who precisely would like to go case the joint.
Well, as the only actual burglar here, I have to go.
Okay, that's one.
I think
The two-
I'm pretty covert.
And the two that are going in the front door can't go.
Uh-huh. We cannot risk those people being seen. It's like, hey, why are you here at the party when we caught you snooping around the mansion just a few days ago?
Don't question me. That's the proper response. Tell them not to question you.
I cannot get away with that. She can.
Just when I ask you a question, just say
Also,
that's
I
a
have a
stupid
problem.
question.
There's something I forgot to do.
Mid level.
Yes.
Good job.
Well, you'll
I've
just
been
be shitty
busy.
level now.
I can't access my token either.
That's an issue.
Have you
Did
changed
your
the name again?
Change?
My name has not
Token.
changed again, but
Trying to access the big one instead of the small one.
both won't work.
Strange. Yeah, you're not marked as
this
owner for some
is-
reason. Well, here you go. Yeah, you're now marked as owner.
That was odd. I kept trying to open the rulebook PDF, and I think this is the 5th time it actually worked. All the other ones just immediately made my reader crash.
Hey, whenever you're done, taking up valuable space on my fucking, bandwidth over there.
Oh, Jesus. I didn't even realize what was going on. Oh, God. I know.
Alright, well, that was kind of fun.
I heard
Alright,
someone knock.
I'm just placing a few tokens representative of where they are currently. Because it's going to matter.
I heard someone have a knock on their door.
Are you our doorman now?
No, I just heard it.
That's nice.
That is about correct.
Yeah, and I heard you were a Nazi.
No.
Maybe.
No.
Are you a Nazi? I'm not saying you are. I'm just asking the question. Lots of people have been saying that. Tremendous, huge people.
God damn it. Please, no politics.
But I'm the most tremendous, huge politic maker.
Okay, so it's
Oh,
just
right.
going to be these two then. Alright.
That's why I never leveled up, because to this day I still can't find what you do.
On page 32, it tells you your character's health increases by d6 plus con.
Con!
God!
Yep. You get one point to add to any of your ability scores. On an even numbered level, you must spend it on a primary ability.
Okay, right.
And you pick a new ability focus for one of your primaries.
And you get your class powers.
Yep, and whatever it says on your class for this level.
Okay, but you can't pick a focus you already have until level 11.
Yeah, you cannot improve an existing focus till level 11, yep.
Okay, I'll just do that really quick, because that's actually not very, in-depth of a thing, is it?
Nope. Especially for level 2 rogue, you just become more adept at finding weak spots. You can perform the Pierce Armor Stunt 1 SP cheaper. No choices to make for the class power there.
Alright, I have everything positioned. Ban Robo's estate should be available for all of everyone to see.
All I got was a new spell.
Blammo?
That is the spell I took, Blammo.
Blammo.
Shyamalan, lon, 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 lon.
Could I
Blam.
get a Control E for the stream? Pretty please? Thank
There you
you.
go. So I don't have the color set to anything other than just purple, the background thing.
Set it
You will
appropriately.
find I took the liberty of setting it to the correct tone of purple.
Oh, alright then. Thank you. Right, so is everyone set? Or rather, Mogren and Cerebus at the very least.
Just a second. I just have to double check this.
Okay.
So we're gonna steal some sausages?
No stealing here, unfortunately. Yet.
But I want a sausage.
Then you can go find one.
I go off to find a sausage.
Do you head off in the direction of, like, the...
Not really, come on.
We can't really rule it out.
Considering your character is quite possibly insane, yeah.
Yeah,
He did
like
set
I said,
fire
they
and
ran
shit.
off because he was almost dead. He doesn't just run off to find a sausage before combat starts.
Well, we're not starting combat, so you got time for a sausage.
Sausage break.
Okay, let's all take a sausage break.
Aha, actually, there's the perfect focus for me to take at this level. Can you guess what it is?
No.
Lockpicking.
Oh.
Yeah, you should probably have that.
Yeah, well, I had, like, the other two of the three main stealth and thievery things, so... Cool, 6 more health. I see what appears to be a door and a lot of walls.
That's about all you need to see here. You're outside Banroa's estate. Well, I could detail more of the castle, but you've seen the outside of the castle before. So, unless you want to go somewhere that is not the front gate, you need to tell me.
Well, yeah, we need to find a way in that isn't the front gate.
Well, from what you know, there's a back entrance. But I'm going to presume you scout around the exterior.
Yes, seeing how high the windows are, what kind of things the walls are. I've been sneezing a lot today. For one thing, our Canary friend here is very good at climbing. How climbable are the walls?
Good plan. I'll climb the walls and throw down a ladder for you.
I was more thinking you could just do the whole me on your shoulders thing again, and I can unlock a window while you're holding onto the wall.
Fine.
Just out of curiosity, are you guys doing this at night?
Now
That
we
would-
thought we'd roll up at noon. That way the
Night
most
would be
people
the
see
smart
us.
time to do it.
I just wanted to make sure that was known.
Well, I figured if we roll up at noon, everybody will be too busy eating to notice us.
And if they're not, that's why you got those sausages.
Exactly. See, it all comes together. Now I'm just imagining like a whole bunch of elven servants trying to get us, and I throw sausages to them so they stop and eat them.
There is a difference between house elves and blood sausage hounds.
Hmm.
So admittedly, the difference is very subtle.
Yeah,
Yes.
one actually does what you want them to do, and the other's an elf.
I was gonna say the hounds smell better.
Not if you throw the house elf into the river first.
You know what they do in the river around here, right?
Yes, and it still smell better.
That brings up a question. Do we need to give Rin a sock?
That's been a joke like every single session.
Don't care. Still got socks to spare. I can help.
Does that mean Rin's Dobby?
Okay, there we go. I'm going to presume you guys walk around the house until you see what needs to be seen.
That's essentially what we were doing in the dead of night, yes.
I didn't see this wall in my face.
Well, yes, presumably you have, let your eyes adjust so you can actually see. Meanwhile, I'm trying to double check this.
Essentially, while you
Okay.
two are walking around the exterior of the house, you see some guards in their essentially garden/servants' quarters. It's basically a small area with some hedges, some guards, and our servants bustling in and out of what looks like a warehouse. This is the way moving, you'd have to guess food.
Food is a thing that people need to eat.
Quite. So, you could theoretically get in through here. I mean, they seem to be moving, like the servants are freely moving through this warehouse into a building.
Yes, though we'd have to look like servants or someone else who could get in through the back.
Correct.
If we weren't going to be completely unnoticed, which is likely difficult with servants and guards moving through all the time.
Speaking of guards, one is visible. What if I can make him visible? There he is.
I should probably see if they guard the roof.
They probably only guard the roof if there's a way in from the roof.
Those are the ones you can see for now. And he seems to be just kind of patrolling.
Milling about, making sure the elves don't steal anything.
More or less.
Moving in obvious patterns like Zelda guards.
So how climbable are the walls?
Again, as I have stated repeatedly, they're cobblestone walls. You could... Oh, probably not cobblestone.
Are you sure you stated that? Because I never heard you say that.
Huh, weird. Thought I did. I said the walls are definitely climbable. I mean, you could probably climb these if you put enough effort into it. Cerebus would have little to no trouble. The issue is there doesn't seem to be any way in that are not the windows, and the windows... Well, you're not sure if they have glass precisely, but they have something solid on them, so...
Well,
it might be like smoked glass, not like clear glass, but it's something.
I'm going to climb up and take a look at the roof.
All right, then. Roll to climb.
Yeah, so first climb. +5.
You start making progress upwards. Mogren, I'm going to assume you're keeping watch.
Yeah.
Alright, I need to roll some crap.
Let me know if you ever want to roll.
Mogren, could you roll perception looking then? Because you're kind of keeping an eye out.
Unfortunately, I have no focus in looking.
Do you have one in seeing? Because that's what it actually is.
10.
Seeing, looking, eyeballs, whatever.
I have no focus in eyeballs. They are constantly marinated in dwarven alcohol.
That way they taste good.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone knows the Cunari like eating eyes, so keep fatting them up for me.
Cerebos, to your understanding, picked a pretty good spot to not get spotted, as there is a pair of windows there. But the spot he's in would mean it'd be very difficult to see him. However, a more pressing concern is what you think, like the guard is basically swinging back around, and he might see you. Or
Might
at
see
least
me,
hear you.
or might see
Yeah.
Sarabas.
You. It's more likely he'll see you.
Then behind the corner I go.
Okay, you just kind of scoot over and hide a little better.
Cobblestone falls on your face.
If you're knocking cobblestones off the wall while you're climbing, that's not really going to work.
Who said it was me?
Alright, Cerebus, I need another climb out of you, and Mogron, I need a perception hearing.
Oh
15.
god.
Okay, so Cerebus, you reach what I will... You basically reach the second floor where the window is. However... What the hell are you doing? He asked of Mogren. He's not looked up yet, so he might just think Mogren's just creeping about near the wall.
Looking for the privy.
This ain't the privy, you daft bastard. Over there, and he like gestures literally like anywhere not near the wall.
I have a question, actually, about whether I can do a thing or not.
Whip it out and pee on his shoe. On his shoes.
That's not what's going on.
I mean, you
For
can
one
do
thing,
that.
I don't have a question about whether I can do that or not. It's mostly just a question of what's going to happen in response, but that's not what I'm doing.
What are you doing?
There is a focus that is vague in its usage. Mostly,
Okay.
the dexterity focus. I never heard pronounce this. Ledger domain. Does anyone know this word?
Yes.
Can you
Sleight of
spell
hand.
it?
Legerd. Either A or AE or O.
Oh,
Yeah,
sleight
Sleight of hand.
Yeah, it's sleight of hand. You could use it to trick people into things. Can I use it to keep his attention by waving my hands wildly?
I guess. Sure.
This is why I'm asking, because it's weird.
A little
You
weird.
could just whip it
though.
out and start peeing. That'll keep his attention.
No, in a very bad way.
The thing is, keeping his attention isn't hard as long as you refuse to go, to leave private property. He'll have his attention. It's just he might resort to stabbing you.
Yes, I want to keep his attention while moving very slowly.
Okay, then go ahead and roll that check.
+5.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's a stunt I could use for that.
This is interaction stunt, so
I guess I'll go check.
flirt with him.
No.
Do it.
Did you know you have the most lovely eyes?
Oh, God.
And I love your one tooth.
Please, no. Where the hell is the quick thing for this?
Page 433. You've
While
got
they're
enough
doing that-
points to stunned silence, jest, sway the crowd, etc.
Flirt.
Cerebus, another climb check.
Not enough for flirt.
Oh.
Yeah, flirt is a 4.
20.
Alright, you reach the roof, Cerebus.
Oh yeah, that's quite a
Stone,
roll, isn't it?
Wood, it's a roof. It's well kept. We're on the roof. It's high up.
Is anybody up here?
No, it doesn't really have ramparts or anything weird like that. It is more of a brick house than it is like a castle.
Oh, good. I'm going to get myself onto the roof then.
No, you're on it. You're on the roof. There's no question here. You're on the roof.
Okay, I'm going to get down on my belly, lean over the edge, and watch what Mogren is doing then.
I'm
He
going
is
to leave
flailing
him.
his hands at a guard and gesticulating wildly as he tries to explain to the guard something really obvious, but in the most obtrusive way possible.
I'm going to leave the guard in a stunned silence. I don't even know where I am. Why is a wall important?
Do you know where you are? Does anyone know where they are? He just gawks at him.
Where's the privy?
He just gestures.
It's not.
just
it's not very
Basically,
specific.
as soon as you're in the purple, you're off private property. Is the idea, and you're back into the city as a whole.
Yes, but Mogward is being unhelpful.
I'm aware. He's being helped along by a sharp stick.
Hey, just stop poking me.
They're going.
Being really rude about it.
Ain't your house. Fuck off, jerk dwarf.
Looking at the guard, does he have keys on him?
That's definitely a perception, looking.
Yes, sure. Add 1.
No. He just has the spear and the sword.
Damn.
I mean, he's got armor, if that means anything.
Can't really bump into him and try to take the armor.
Take the armor and melt it down to keys.
That's not how that works.
Exactly how
Take
that
the keys
works.
and melt them down into armor.
For
Doesn't
a
have enough
mouse.
keys.
Very tiny armor. For Donald Trump's hands.
Can we
Tiny
stop bringing
little
up
round
Donald
hands.
Trump?
I can try.
That's as much as you're going to get out of him. So,
Yeah.
unless you have some way to stop him or want to fight him, he is going to shoo you off the property.
Yeah, no. Mogren will go at least until the guy leaves him alone. He'll continue stumbling and acting like he's drunk, which isn't hard.
Alright. Presuming you fuck off, or you apparently fuck off, he will fuck off himself.
Yes. And then it will be trying to sneak back on. If I get spotted now, bad things will happen.
Which is why I need a stealth roll.
Yes. Add 5.
Well, he's not beating that, but... no, he's not beating that. Okay, you sneak back to where you saw Cerebus go up, and you just kind of stare upwards as he stares downwards at you, and then you realize you have no way to communicate without shouting.
I'm just gonna wait for him to come back down, because I have no way of going up to him.
I'm actually going to crawl around on... Like, just as a basic maintenance thing, there has to be a way into the house from the roof, so I'm going to go around and look for it.
Searching, then. Perception searching.
I'll have to see what my perception is.
Okay.
It is 2. 2.
After the first 15 minutes of searching, you don't see anything particularly, like, that would that would tell you that there's a way in. You can keep searching, like, it's a matter of time, but first 15 minutes, no, nothing.
Let me double check a rules thing here. I want to know if I can do something with this focus. No, that's not good enough. Okay. Wanted to see if I could use evaluation to see if the stone was good stone, or like shoddy stone, or mediocre stone, or whatever. But no, it's really just for like monetary value. And I don't think stonework really counts as goods to be sold.
Not really, unless you can somehow uproot the entire castle and, like, intact.
Which would be kind of difficult, I think.
A little bit.
I'm gonna go put myself in this corner over here.
Alrighty. And that lets you see this. Hold on.
Nope,
Not moving. But
yeah,
back there. Sorry, I just need to position them right. Pair of guards are wandering on the outskirts of the building. They're clearly patrolling. They haven't spotted you this instant.
Okay, so they're patrolling towards us. Lovely.
Yeah, they're gonna...
Yeah, they're gonna follow the wall all on the outside because it's just the easiest way to go.
Yep. They have not turned to look at you, so you probably just do that.
Yeah, but...
and then summarily panic.
Okay, you said this wall would probably not even be difficult for me to climb?
You can manage that, you think. I mean, it's got it's good stonework, but it's, like, obviously, like, if you put any effort into it, there's lots of handholds.
Well, I don't need to get very high up. I mostly just want to get above their heads.
So they never look up, and, well, most humans don't, so...
So, I guess climbing is strength, right?
Yes.
Add 1.
You scramble desperately to get some height. Do you do this quietly?
Yes, will stealth help do it quietly?
Yes.
If you can get
Add 5.
story, my rope is 1 story long, so my ladder's 1 story long, so if you can get 1 story up, I can get you the rest of the way with the ladder.
Well, there you go, then.
Assuming that Sarabas knows, and while he's busy searching.
He's probably busy searching.
One more
for
climb
that.
check for me. You short bastard.
Add 1. So just
Lucky.
1 lower.
Yeah, no big deal. You make it to where the rope is, but at this point you're high, like, not only are you high enough up to where they're not going to notice you in theory, but you have the rope, so you don't have to worry about falling.
Do I? Yeah, okay, so I don't have to worry about making rolls to stay up there.
It depends if I've noticed you climbing the place or not. So, I will do a perception to see if I notice you climbing the place. Probably. I got a 15 and 2 stunt points, so...
6 stunt points.
Yeah, you see the shit out of that.
Oh, I hear you. I'm coming.
You have a momentary lapse in your consciousness that means you see all of reality.
Yep, so I run over and roll down the rope ladder for you.
Well,
After some awkward tension and a lot of, like, hanging onto a fucking building and praying, they do not appear to notice you as they march by. So it does, you're about to, like, relax when they come marching back the way they came. and just passing by this way again. It takes them just a few minutes, so like maybe 5-10 to get all the way around, because they are walking at like casual, unconcerned,
Yeah, they don't
watchful
care.
pace.
There's nothing going on.
Yeah.
This is
I mean,
just
they're
them
aware.
trying
They're not
not
like-
to pass out.
Yeah, they're not. They're attentive if bored. So your arms are aching something fierce, but they're gone.
Getting onto the roof.
Alrighty. With Cerebos' help, it takes no effort. You're on the roof.
Yes, yeah. Considering he could probably throw me onto the roof.
Put
I could
enough effort
probably
into
do
it.
that from the ground, yeah. Woo!
Well, you're on the roof, and it's mostly wood. It's like pretty much wood. It's nice wood.
How thick is the
From what
wood?
I know about home design,
Just by tapping your foot on it, thick. At least a foot.
from what I know about home design, this thing is trapping a whole bunch of water and is moldy as shit.
Probably.
I have a drill.
You want to start drilling holes in the roof?
Well, I figured we'd look for the maintenance hatch, because
If there is one, yes, that would be good. But if there isn't,
there must be. It's a flat wooden roof in an area where it rains a lot.
That's not flat. It's
They may
It is incline, but it's a gentle incline.
also they may not have a hatch onto the roof. They may just access it by a ladder from a second floor patio.
Yeah, true enough.
so we'll keep looking around for a hatch, and if there isn't one, we're going to set up in advance and drill some holes.
Or we could look for the
Okay.
second store, or we can look for the second floor patio and drop the ladder down.
Yes, any of these things.
All I need from you both then is a search check.
Okay. Specifically,
Plus
I'm
one.
Yep. +2.
It takes what you feel like the better part of an hour before you finally come to the
Actually,
conclusion.
I know for a fact there are stunt points I can use while we're searching.
Okay, well, if you want to blow them.
Well, you can't blow them. You only get them when you roll them.
Yeah, I know.
That makes me wonder, probably.
Okay, I got 5 stunt points.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to use the resources at hand to give me a focus in perception searching until the time or venue changes.
Well, the time is going to change. But for this purpose of this check, it'll work. So,
Well,
That just puts another
that
plus
just means
2
until
on
the
it, doesn't
scene
it?
changes. I got to focus on it. So,
until the scene changes. Okay, that's different.
well, yeah,
Um,
that's how it's worded in here. The GM may require you to explain how this bonus arises. Blah blah blah. But
I have no idea how the hell you would, pull a magnifying glass out of your ass and, somehow get better at searching.
It's magic.
Yeah, you do. You look good. You get real close to the wood, scrabble around. I don't know.
I'm just focusing better and being more attentive than normal.
Yep. With that, though, that cuts down the time to 30 minutes. So, after 30 minutes of hardy searching, you come to the conclusion that this was designed by idiots or the greatest geniuses that ever lived, because you see no way for them to reach the roof in terms of a hatch, a patio, or anything like that. The best you can guess is that they get big ladders and just get up here the way you did. So you do have a theory. Judging from the way the wood is, it's much fresher. It's definitely newer wood than you expected. It could be that they replaced a lot of the old wood and just kind of forgot to put hatches in or haven't gotten to that part yet.
Well,
This
okay,
could just
let's
be
put one in for
an
them.
example of a botched job or an unfinished one.
Well, let's put one in for them.
Where would you like to?
We should probably crawl around and listen to find an empty room.
That would be a good idea.
Fair enough. I guess that's searching. Yeah, it's really searching. Listen, just go with listen.
Yeah, it's listening.
It's really nothing else that makes sense.
Then that's a 2.
And that's a 13. And we both have stunt points.
Yep.
Unfortunately, a lot of the rooms that you think would be silent for a long period of time tend to have noise occasionally. You think it's from patrols. From what you can tell, there's nowhere they don't patrol that's on the second floor at the very least. The least amount of places, however, there is, like, if you had to, like, narrow it down to least amount of time patrolled, definitely this room. Second floor, lower right corner.
Yeah, guys, use those stunts on That Makes Me Wonder. Make an additional test to find out more information about what you've searched up.
Yes, in That Makes Me Wonder, I at least am going to walk around the roof and find the harder bits to try and figure out where the walls of that room are.
Yep, and I'm also going to use That Makes Me Wonder to get that second roll on that area.
So 13, but no stunt points this time.
Well, then no
Okay,
stun points this time because you don't get points on that.
Do this, I think.
That just lets us get extra info as if we had searched again. So.
Importantly, at no additional time or resource cost.
Oh, and it needs to use a different focus. So since we were using listen, we'd have to use a different one like search or seeing.
Alright then. So, after a bit of searching and hobnobbery, you discover the outlayer of the exact shape of the room on the second floor, which is a square.
Square!
Well, that seems like the place to break into.
Yes. The question now is, we can, like, drill holes in the roof to make it structurally weaker now, at the risk of it being discovered at some point, or have to leave it all to do on the day, which might take time and be noisy.
I say we do it now. I say we do most of the work now, so we just have to. So when we come back on the day, we can just do it quickly.
That would be the ideal. Let me,
They
Keep in
obviously don't
mind-
come here very often.
I will remind you of this because I am not unkind and none of you have an intelligence of stupid. This is a great way in. How do you plan to get out?
Through a window.
Yeah.
I mean,
Run
if you want
like
to break
hell.
your legs, that's your business, I guess.
The windows come out onto the walls. We have a ladder.
Yeah. How do you
I mean,
carry stuff out of the ladder?
That would be the thing to figure out, yes.
Oh. We can leave the ladder up here so we can use it when we come back.
Okay, the guards are stupid, but I'm pretty sure they're going to notice that.
I think he means folded up on the roof.
Yeah, fold it up
wow.
and leave it on the roof so we can just, or when I bring it with me, we can just leave it there so we can come back through it.
Yeah, so assuming that the easiest way for us to get things out of the building without being noticed is to get them onto the roof, because it's unlikely people will come up there very often. The then question is, how do we get them off of the roof and back into the city where we can, sell them?
Zip lines.
Important question.
Put a card over here, and I use my strength skill to throw them.
Important question for the people casing the place. Is this the tallest building in the area?
Unfortunately, yes. Primarily due to the fact it's on like a slight hillock, basically. And it's got a distance between it and the other buildings to where you couldn't jump that in a million years.
Then zip lines might actually be the thing. We're going to build complex machinery onto your house. Hope you don't notice.
There's a
You just-
thing.
Just need a crossbow and some hard cabling.
I have a crossbow.
While you two are up there quietly discussing this, you need to make listen checks for me, both of you.
+1.
+2.
Cerebus, well, Morgan also hears something faint, but Cerebus hears something coming from that room. It's like music, like deep, sonorous music. Like you can almost feel it through the fucking wood.
Good. People are being loud. That'll make doing their job easier.
Can you climb upside down?
In theory, Cerebus could. You'd probably fall.
Pretty sure Qnari do have prehensile feet, so probably.
I ask because I have a mirror, and there's probably a window into that room.
If you want to try, nothing stops you. Well, a lot of things could theoretically stop you, but nothing stops you from trying. Would you like to try?
Yeah, sure, why not? I'll try to take a look.
That is going to be a climb and a balance check, specifically.
Which one's balance?
It's still under dexterity, I think.
Well, there's my climb at 16.
You're fine climb-wise. You're trying to precariously hold on to a mirror upside down.
I think I have a 2.
That is, in fact, enough.
If that's dex, yeah.
Well done.
And I'll use my stunt points on efficient search, so I can do this in half the time as normal and get back and get away.
I would like to bring everyone to Banrose Estate Floor 2 to peek into the room you have discovered.
I'm gonna take a Pikachu. There appears to be a city.
There you are.
It's a lady.
Yes, there is a lady. Playing on what looks to be a solid gold organ. Oh,
Ooh,
well,
perfect.
it's painted gold, but it's definitely shiny.
Hmm.
From what Cerebus can see of it, the ivories are ivory, judging just from the luster. The actual organ itself is, I mean, it looks like gold. I mean, it's got the same, like, dull luster, but not exactly precisely shiny. At the very least, it's layered in gold, if not solid gold, and produces a rather sonorous, mournful, deep sound. And this person isn't, like, playing professionally. She's just fiddling. I think she might be tuning it, if you'd be your guess. The fucker is about as big as it is on the map, so it's a big son of a bitch.
Is it as big as the one Daredevil and Bullseye fought on?
Maybe. Could fit 2 people on it, so it depends.
That's what you get when I can't make political references.
The real question, though, is do you have any appraise ability? If not, you can still roll it, but...
Me? Fuck no.
I can still roll it if you want to, but just... If it's made of gold... well, that's about as high as you're ever going to roll. Well, as an untrained slob, using...
Hold on,
like,
you have stunt points. Use them somehow.
I
Flirt
don't,
with it.
I don't think you there's not any stunt points to be used on appraising a solid pile of organ.
No, but I can use resources at hand and now also have a focus to seeing.
Sure, I guess.
I am so focused on looking at things tonight.
You notice these things immediately. The lady is definitely tuning it. 2. An organ of this magnitude, whether or not it's gold doesn't really, well, it matters, but just a functioning organ alone, due to the complexity and like rarity of such things, would be worth an exceedingly extreme amount to the right kind of people. We're talking hundreds of thousands of silvers, like just an obscene amount of money to the right people. Like the Chantry would pay so goddamn much. 2, if it's actually plated in gold, or even just mostly made of gold, that increases the value by another, like, sodding truckload. Cartload, 5 cartloads. Like, you're looking at enough silvers, in theory, to buy this castle 5 times over, and then, like, stack them to make the Ultra Castle. If this is going to be the most valuable thing in here, and if it's not, this person is obscene, stupid rich.
Okay,
They may actually have more money than, like, the kingdom, if they have more than, like, this in here.
Okay, I'm going to go back to Mobrin now.
Okay. And back to Branroar's estate, normal.
So in other words, that's the thing that if we steal, we're good on basically everything else. But how the hell do we steal that?
Oh, yeah, I just go back
Yeah,
to
good luck
Mobrin.
stealing that.
Hey, Mobrin. I think I found the thing we want to steal, but we're gonna have trouble. We're gonna need to talk to the others about this. I don't think we need to look any further.
What is it?
Giant gold pipe organ.
You don't believe him.
Okay, look, I know we're stealing from a rich noble here, but no one's gonna make a pipe organ out of solid gold.
Giant gold pipe organ. Probably gold plated because, it works. But yeah, gold plated. Gold pipe organ. Just the pipe organ's worth a lot of money. You don't even need the gold.
Can you lift a pipe organ?
Maybe.
And as pipe organs go, Tia, you're correct. It is small for a pipe organ, but keep in mind it is still a pipe organ in someone's house in this era. That's kind of astounding.
Solid gold pipe organ. That's all the money we need right there.
If we can get it.
Yeah.
How on earth could we steal that?
Good question. You might want to go talk to your friends about that.
Yeah, we kind of know what we need to here, but...
I'm going to presume you leg it as you discuss things.
Well, it depends.
Unless there's anything else you want to search.
Hold on. Are we going to do the drilling in the roof thing?
That's probably, honestly, if we can get them to keep everybody out of this area, the best thing to do would probably be to drill down right into that room and try to lift it to the roof somehow.
And then somehow get it off the roof.
Yeah, and then somehow get it off the roof. How on earth are we going?
Well, I'm pretty strong, but I don't think I'm that strong.
No.
I don't really know how much it weighs. I think we're going to need a nice... we're going to need a complex set of pulleys and lifts.
And then, yeah, a cart would be best.
I'll get the Mission Impossible music.
This plan... Now, every night, the guy who guards the pipe organ gets the exact same drink at exactly 8 p.m.
Hey,
So
is there anything else you want to do on the roof then?
Do you want to look around more, or do you want to go back and discuss how to steal a pipe organ?
Let's discuss how to steal a pipe organ. That sounds fun.
Yeah, there probably is other stuff to steal, but that seems like the most ludicrous thing we could possibly do, so let's do it.
It also would have a great reputation.
We would be known as the greatest thieves.
Possibly. So you leave Monroe's estate without any issue, mostly because Cerebus can fucking monkey his way up and down these walls without an issue. And Mogren is paying enough. And Mogren can watch out for the guards who are patrolling that are very obvious sort of...
Yeah, especially since we know how they're walking. It's just kind of check if they've gone by.
Pretty much, yeah. From what you can tell, it's only these two, literally just doing that exact pathing back and forth, back and forth. They don't have like another team doing the other half. But there's nothing to say they couldn't when they feel they need more security. Keep in mind, this is them just...
I am not going to assume that they are going to keep the same guard strategy for when a day with nothing is happening and when there's a big party happening.
Good. That was all I was going to give you advice on them. Okay, well that's that. So, you return some time later, a couple hours, not too long, to Valeria. Was it Valeria? It's been a while.
Yep.
Valeria, and Rinlishin, who are dressed nicely, is a good way to put it. They're mostly just making sure what they got was worth the money they spent.
Where are we again?
Well, you are on the Ferelden map. And...
More specifically, are we going to Valeria's place? Or are we going back to that one tavern?
Valeria wouldn't be changing anywhere but her place. And yeah, the giant "You Are Here" arrow is still there, as well as, yeah.
Weird. I'm just going to go put this at Valeria's place, which was here. Weird, we actually lost all that stuff. Damn. Go ahead and put Bad Rose Estate right about... hold on.
We also still have a warehouse map.
It never got removed.
Well, it did on mine, but then we had to...
We should just fill it with fire and leave it there permanently.
This is completely off topic, but my kid's watching Yo Gabba Gabba, and I swear the song is about penises.
Because it probably is.
Lots of things are big, lots of things are small. Big things, small things, we love them all.
Yeah,
I
think
name
you're
of that
justified in
tavern.
that worry.
That tavern where you punks decide to meet at, where someone lives in a cupboard. Trying to remember what the hell it was called. Something to do with squid.
I too remember that it's something to do with squid, but I do not remember what.
Cthulhu's Revenge.
Alright, I'm doing this. It's the Squid Ward.
No!
It's a trap.
Wish I had more like mini icons, but I don't. I'll have to go get some. Okay, so that's roughly where they are for now. So it's presumed you're going to meet at...
The sickly squid, the semen squid.
It's definitely too far from the water to be a sailor's place.
Well, what you remember, I remember this distinctly, is that the Squid Ward is the only tavern at that distance from the water side to sell fish and other sea products. And there's a good reason no one else does, but it's their only claim to fame.
Yeah.
Alright, so that'll have to do for now for labels.
The
Right,
stinking
so...
squid? I think it was the stinking squid or something like that.
It might have been, but the Squid Ward sounds a lot more hilarious to me because I'm a fucking meme lord.
The greasy squid.
How dare you. You all resume, I don't know, unification at Valier's homestead.
So how do we steal a pipe organ?
So he starts with that as soon as he opens the door. Doesn't comment on your nice dress at all, just straight up.
Here's what I'm thinking.
What?
We go in, and we steal it.
Might need a little more detail than that.
Then we burn the place down to hide our...
I don't think the plan.
Also, whose organ is it? And aren't they going to notice us getting away with it?
Oh, the air pipe
Not
organ.
that kind of organ.
Not different thing.
I know what you think about nobles, but even they don't want golden junk.
You say that.
Golden junk is everything that rich people have. What are you talking about?
Yeah, seriously.
Nobody wants a gold phallus.
What are you guys talking about?
Good question.
The
You
band.
want to update your friends?
Van Roa has a solid gold pipe organ.
And you want to do what with this?
Seal it. It's worth a lot.
It's probably worth more than the house.
Judging from what you two know, Rinlishan and Valeria, you know as a minor noble, technically yourself, that the idea of someone owning a pipe organ in their house is both ludicrous and insane and, like, extremely fashionable. Yes, that would be worth more than her whatever-sized house, unless the house is full of, like, diamond fucking paintings. Yes, that is worth more than the whole house. In fact, it's probably worth more than your whole house when you grew up in. Renlishin. You could probably buy a boat with that. Possibly the freedom of every elf in the Alien Age. I mean, like, kind of depends.
Elf freedom's as cheap as a boat, is it?
A big boat. Elves aren't worth very much.
I can see why you were enticed, yet it's about as easy to move as her house.
That is also true.
Which is why we need to figure out how
Actually, you're
we're
a
gonna
minor
steal it.
noble, so you're probably the only one here who's actually any experience with a pipe organ, even the Vegas sense. If it's anything like a piano, and it's not, but pretending it is, from what you understand, they have to be deconstructed to be moved. And even if they are in pieces, the pieces themselves are heavy, delicate, and prone to having problems just disassembling, never mind reassembling.
I say we just pick the whole thing up.
How do you know that Ban Roa has a working giant golden organ?
He saw it, we heard it.
You heard it.
Yeah, someone was tuning it.
It sounds awful.
I mean, you've heard worse, but it sounded...
It
I
sounds
would-
awful, probably because it's made of gold.
Yeah, I would assume solid gold is not a good thing to make a pipe organ out of, but it's still worth a lot.
No, but it didn't sound like it was made of solid gold. It did have a... It sounded in tune, if in working condition. It didn't sound like a cat being thrown down a brass pipe.
That is my favorite instrument. I believe Will.i.am uses them a lot.
God damn it.
The cat in a brass pipe, that's just a didgeridoo.
Lol.
Do either of you have experience constructing or deconstructing such things?
Nope.
We were mostly thinking, like, get a system of pulleys up on their roof, because it's not that hard to get on their roof, and then we get, like, a cart nearby the building.
And they just chuck it overboard.
And where do you get the team required to lift it?
If we have enough pulleys, we can just do it with the two of us.
Yeah, with a proper pulley system, I should be able to do that by myself. It's just getting it out and then lowering it without anybody noticing. And being able to move it once we get it to the ground.
Whatever happened to the idea of just sashaying in and accidentally nicking all of her silverware?
You can still do that, but we want to get the pipe working.
Oh dear.
We will be
It
remembered
is
as
worth
legends.
so much.
Better question. How do you plan on selling that?
Oh, we just take it to Herrick.
Yeah, that's not our problem. That's Herrick's problem.
That would be Herrick's problem, yes.
I don't think he'd have much of a problem if we gave him something worth more than the castle.
Probably not. I mean, it's a very
Even if you
difficult
just
to
melted it
sell
down
item,
to
but
wood.
once you do...
It sounds like something that is completely and utterly unique.
Quite possibly.
Yeah,
You never heard
so
of a
think how
gold
much we
pipe
can piss
organ.
off an owl by stealing it.
And if we could steal it without being noticed, it'll be great.
Yeah, if you're noticed, House Roa may or may not declare eternal blood feud, and expect assassins every Tuesday.
But we are going to be remembered as legends. Even more
Quite
than those guys
possibly.
who killed Vandal Savage.
Are we sure that Herrick could fence a giant golden organ?
I don't
You
know
have
anyone
no
else
Your
who
idea.
could.
problem and not mine.
Do you know anyone else who possibly could?
That does
No.
not mean he can. Are you sure we shouldn't run this by him?
No.
Didn't he tell us not to bug
him? Yeah, he told us not to run our plans by him. He just told us to get him something really expensive. He didn't specify what, and fencing it is his problem.
I cannot tell if it's the dress or the company, but I'm having a headache.
It must
Probably
be.
the dress. Looks a little tight.
I'd say it's the fabric. I'm having one too. Oh dear.
So yeah, how are we going to seal this thing?
System of pulleys. Pull it out.
We need to
lower it
get
down
the
to
pulleys.
ground. Yep. Does anybody have knowledge? Does anybody know how to make engineering-y stuff? Does anybody have the required cunning for that?
I once dug an outhouse.
I have a cunning +1.
I guess technically she's the one that's gonna have to roll for this.
Yeah, that would be cunning engineering.
Yeah, I don't have it, but I at least have +3, I think.
Yeah, we just we were going to drill into the roof anyway, so we just drill into the roof with the system of pulleys that we use to grab the thing, yank it out, and move it down to the ground.
Where a team of horses will be awaiting us along with a specialized cart that we don't have also.
Exactly.
Okay, she rolls with a
No, we wait for it to
+3.
snow and we put it on skis.
But I don't think a 14's gonna do it.
Use your stunt point.
There's nothing to use it for.
What are you rolling?
To see if she can figure out whether this is even possible, which is a technically engineering roll, and she doesn't have it, so...
If you had permission from Bandroa and she really needed to get it out of there, yes. Doing this silently during a party where that may or may not be the main attraction without being noticed sounds like the most magically like you need like a team of specialized wizards, the king, and possibly a dragon.
So in other words,
The dragon is a distraction.
All I heard was it's possible.
Well, if you don't care about being noticed, yeah, it's totally possible. Like, if you don't give a fuck and you can just fight you have like a small army to fight off whoever's trying to kill you while doing this, yeah, no problem. It's like, how much of a fuck do you actually give?
You don't need to do that. You just light up the sign that says applause.
I will perform sleight of hand and distract everyone with my magic tricks.
That was my plan.
We don't have the manpower for this.
That's why I say if Herrig knew what kind of haul might be possible here, he might be willing to commit extra manpower.
To what? A raid? We honestly have more chance of getting out of there before the party than during the party.
That's true.
Hmm.
And that's...
Let's sneak in the middle of the night before the party, coup de grace everybody, and then take all the stuff.
You know,
Actually,
the
it'd be kind of
city has like
hilarious.
guards and equivalent to a police force and a detective agency, right? Just because it's
Well,
oldie
what would-
times doesn't mean it's not detectives. There are detectives.
What would be hilarious if we sold it the night before the party and it was going to be the centerpiece of the party?
That's
And they go
actually
to-
brilliant. We should try to take it. That's actually brilliant. We should try to take it away on a night where nothing's happening, rather than wait for the party.
And then
That's
we go
up
into
to
the
you.
party and still steal everything that's nailed down.
There's still going to be, like, it's less than a week until the party, right?
You have 3 days. Oh, sorry,
They're
4
gonna
days.
They're going to be spending those 3 or 4 days preparing for the party. If we want to
Technically
do
4
it
days.
while they're, off key and off guard and not as many people around the place, we would want to do it after the party.
Unfortunately, the party is our deadline.
Emphasis dead.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to do this ASAP.
The only way this would ever be possible, and I'm not agreeing that it is, would be if you could knock out every person on the premises. It will make so much noise that unless you're able to do that, there's no way of us getting this through without being caught.
It will make a shitload of noise, yes.
Ooh, hold that thought.
Actually, I just realized that when she asked if anybody has knowledge on how to deconstruct a pipe organ, I should have rolled for it. I probably don't, but I'll take the knowledge roll to see if I do.
I'm gonna say no matter what you roll, you don't.
I rolled a 6.
You could have rolled like Max, you don't. You're Quinari slave man, you were kept blind, you barely know how to fucking put together a fucking desk from IKEA. Medieval
Nobody knows how
IKEA.
to do that. They're in Swedish.
Lol.
I think it involves eating meatballs, though.
Probably. So someone had an idea.
Guys who were casing the place.
Yes.
That's me.
Does that district have a sewer?
Good question.
Presumably.
Yeah, I mean, it
don't
must.
know.
They
No,
have
they haven't.
bathrooms.
Do they have the technology for indoor plumbing in Ferelden? I don't know.
As far as can be told, yes, but it's extremely rare and unusual. It's likely the highest of nobles have access.
Well, the streets aren't full of crap, so it probably has something.
Well, well, that sort of depends. Was there a sewer level in any of the games?
No.
No,
There wasn't.
but there were grates.
This is true.
Yeah, yeah, and there's not outhouses littering the place, so yeah, I would assume people crap inside.
Yes, like I said, the nobles have access to it, but I doubt the Alien Age Poor District
Oh,
or...
yeah, of course not. That's why I asked, does that area?
Yes, the Noble District, most definitely. So all
Okay. So, on the line of, it would take a shit ton of a distraction, we don't need to sneak around to steal everything, right? All we need to do is get everyone out of there who could stop us.
So you're saying we back up the sewage so that the whole house fills with crap?
And maybe stuff a keg or two of explosives down the crappers, if necessary, to get it up into the building and cause an evacuation.
I like this plan more than I should.
And then in the chaos, we get out of there with whatever we can carry.
You know, when I put this in there, like I partially rolled for her wealth and did some creative liberties with a few pieces of it. But when I put this in here, I was thinking, this is the schmuckiest of schmuckbait. I wonder what insane, stupid, back-ass-words plans they're going to come up with to desperately try and get this out of here. And you have pleased me. Exploiting the sewer system pleases me.
You honestly didn't expect me to take the schmuck bait?
No, I expect you to take them. I said, I wondered what insane, crazy plans you'd come up with to try and take it. And you have pleased me.
Taking the schmuck, with the exception of maybe 2 characters I've ever played, taking the schmuck bait is my job.
There was no question you take the smuck bait. I was just curious, in what fashion?
You do realize I can't back out of the party now after doing so much effort for the invite. It'll be extremely
We'll
sufficient.
probably need you in the party.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll need to be in there, and we may need to help in delivering the explosives to the right tube.
And if you start screaming first,
Lovely.
other people will start screaming after you.
Yeah, so we're going to need to get some sort of schematic of the local sewer system.
Or you can go down there yourself.
I say we send the elf in.
Insert puppy dog eyes here.
Where even will we get a schematic of the sewer system?
You're probably not actually going to get one.
You're not going to get one.
They don't have that kind of city planning at that age.
Yeah, at
They
best
just did
you'd get
stuff.
like part of one from some old retired builder guy.
Yeah, you'll.
Roman record keepers want to disagree with you on that.
Mm,
Yeah, these aren't Romans. These
We-
are
we-
Yeah,
crazy
this
dog
is-
owning people.
this is not Rome. This is not Paris.
Yeah.
Just saying, we still actually have records of schematics.
Yes, but I'm just looking at the way their society's structured. They don't.
Do that.
Yeah.
Well, they have to keep track of where it's going somewhere, or everybody would just dig into everybody else's crap holes.
And your point is?
I think it's more than just not a lot of people do digging.
Also, I still need to smell Daisy fresh for the night. The night of.
Well, yes,
Okay.
we're going to go looking before then.
Well, yeah, it sort of depends on how big the sewers are in this, whether it's an actual sewer system or a fantasy world sewer system where you can actually walk around in it.
I'm betting it's going to be somewhere in between.
In between's actually a pretty good assumption.
'Cause
With obviously
game
monsters.
sewers are huge, and real life sewers are about 5 feet wide, so...
Yeah. You expect a mix of the two. It's unlikely, though, you're going to be able to fit a fucking pipe organ.
No,
That wasn't the plan anyway, so...
the
I
pipe
did
organ's
jokingly-
not going down the drain.
I was jokingly saying we should take the pipe organ apart and flush it.
No. No. No, I'm just saying we satchel bomb the sewers and cause panic in the estate and get out of there while everyone's fleeing from the from the geysers of shit.
And while they're panicking, nobody's going to pay attention to my pulleys.
You do realize that would cause panic in more than just Ben Roa's estate, yes?
Yes.
Yep.
That's why everyone will be running for their lives and clothes.
Perhaps. If you know, was one small, tiny problem, of course. You don't have explosives. Like, explosives don't exist.
We have alcohol and a mage.
That counts, I guess, but I don't think you can create the kind of explosive you're thinking of.
No, we need to get a hold of some lyrium.
That is incredibly dangerous and basically black market level of screw you.
Oh,
That would
yeah,
work, but
I know, but the
We
only
did just
explosive
give
that
some.
exists... The
We
only
gave
explosive
some
that
to
exists
Herrick,
in
didn't we?
Okay, hold on. Brad, go ahead.
The only explosives that exist in setting are Gatlock or lyrium. Which
And we're
one do you think
definitely
is
not
easier
getting
to
Gatlock.
get?
Yeah. Kaylee, go ahead.
Didn't we just give some to Herrick?
Yeah, don't
Yes,
we
we do.
actually belong to a black market?
Yes, we do. It'll cost some money, but we'll get it back. So
yes, going to the boss who needs money right now and telling him, if you give us more money, we'll
No, we
totally
don't need-
return that investment.
We don't need to go to the boss. We just need to go to to our fellow underlings.
enough lyrium to make the equivalent of a few cherry bombs isn't going to cost all that much.
You'd be surprised, actually. Although in the games, lyrium is sodding everywhere in terms of potions, just because game. It's not something that's supposed to be easy to get a hold of, ever, for anyone. Like, unless you're a Templar or a Sawning Mage who's part of the Circle, or an Enchanter, I suppose, you don't just have lyrium. It's like worth
Alright,
more than its
well.
weight in gold.
Yeah, no, it's black
Yeah,
market surface dwarves sell it. It's not
They
hard
do.
to find. Yeah.
For an obscene amount.
Yeah, quantify this obscene amount, because we're not asking for enough to blow a wall off a castle.
Well, how much are you asking for is the question.
We're asking about the amount you would need to blow the walls off of an outhouse.
Assuming you don't get scalped, and you do have a surface dwarf to help you with this, rough calculation here, that's about...
Cough.
Let's see.
Because if
8
we were talking,
vials
if we
/
were
looking for
10
enough to do
handfuls.
if we were talking about black powder, we need a 1 pound keg. maybe 2.
750 silver, you'd say, assuming he's not scalping you.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Thievery.
Oh, we steal the lyrium.
Oh, yes, stealing from the black market connected dwarves. That's a good idea. Just dig this hole deeper. So 750 silvers is your rough estimation how much it would take in terms of pure coinage to purchase enough lyrium to cause the level of explosion needed, that, well, what you think is needed to set off that kind of reaction.
How much money do we still have in our coffers? I only have my individual wealth listed here.
We have nowhere near that amount.
Significantly less after buying the dress.
But it's a very pretty dress.
Is there any... I know this isn't the best position in which we might be able to go to our boss's fellow underlings to do this, but is there anyone else that we could cut in order to assure victory?
Are there others that you're asking, like, are there others that work for him that might be willing to help
us?
Think of how much Herrick... Yeah, just go to them. Think of how much Herrick will owe you if you get him this pipe organ.
Yeah, but you're the ones bringing it in. You're going to take credit for that. Unless you give them partial credit, which in case... There's a couple people you'd trust to talk to. Charles, technically, is trusted enough that, like, he would have the money and, like, be willing to, in theory. There's a couple dwarven contacts as part of the cartel who might be willing to invest in this kind of shenanigans. You don't actually know their names, you just know he meets with them on, like, every other week or so. Outside of that, you've been with Herrick long enough to know there's at least 1 or 2 enchanters who operate on the less than legal side of things, kind of connected to the Dwarven cartel in a way, who are also at least slightly willing to consider it in theory. Problem is, you don't really know any of these people. You just sort of know they exist through knowing Herrick. I mean, you know Charles, but he's Charles.
Let's back up a bit
Well, you're
here.
a dwarf. Go mine lyrium.
Sure.
Let's back
Yeah,
up. We're getting farther into the realm of actual impossibilities.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not that you don't know people, it's that the people you know who could do this are few and are generally Herrick connections, not yours.
Mm-hmm. And let's stick to the idea that bugging Herrick right now is a bad idea.
Probably, yeah. He's mad at you.
Is there a good way to back up the sewer system like that without explosives?
Not if you want it to explode.
If you want to jam it, that's a different story. But if you want to, like, actually make a show of it, no.
Well, we want to fill the whole surrounding area with crap to make people go ick, so it shouldn't be too hard.
I mean, not an appealing idea, but what if we just put our mage down underneath and magic it all up?
I don't have that. I am a primal mage. I do not have the required spell for that. There is a spell for that.
There's a spell called Shitstorm?
No, but there is a spell. I'm just pulling it up here.
There's a spell to push stuff and shit and stuff.
Yeah, there's a spell called Levitate. It lets you move things around.
You could fireball it.
Mm-hmm.
That would probably cause an explosion that would destroy most of the district, knowing what's actually in a sewer system. In fact, I probably shouldn't cast any of my fire spells anywhere near a toilet.
Human waste doesn't generate that much methane. In the tunnels, yes. Above them, no.
No, he just caused a rupture of the tunnels and possibly collapsed part of the district.
Well,
Sounds good to me.
That does cause a disruption, yes.
Might not be in the place you want it, though.
And we can't just block the sewer and let it overflow naturally because this place is the high ground in the area.
Yeah, they would actually be fine in that case.
Hmm.
It has grown silent with the deep thoughts of people who desperately want the shiny thing but can't get the shiny thing.
Shiny!
Bottle of alcohol, really long fuse.
I will say this. As I showed in the last time you guys finished a storyline event thing, I do sort of points of interest / achievements, and one of them is how the fuck did you do that? And it's actually getting that thing out of there. I don't expect you to ever make it possible, but I have planned in case you do.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that it's in the list means you can do it.
Yeah, it is. I'm not saying it's completely and utterly, like, fantastically impossible. It's just as close as to impossible as is logically sound.
Okay, better idea. Can we figure out how to take a pipe organ apart?
The only people who would know that would be, like, the Chantry.
I don't really think that's. I don't think that's something.
Who
It's unique
builds
to each
pipe
organ.
organs?
This would take too long.
It would be unique for each organ.
There may be enough similarities that you could theoretically do it. It just
If
Wait.
if this has to be on the table, we need an expert or a craftsman.
What about the lady that was tuning the organ?
what about her?
Do
What
you
do you expect to do? Kidnap her?
Well, we are the bad guys, so why not?
No, we're the mad guys. Subtle difference.
Oh, I thought we were the villains. My bad. I take back running down that warehouse.
I'm afraid to say, I think you guys need to case the place more thoroughly. Look in some more windows, see if there's any other high-value targets there. Because I don't think the organ is achievable without either taking out a wall or taking someone in who can disassemble it in such a way that it's still worth anything.
I mean, yeah, we can go back
we
another night.
Let's take out the wall then.
It's on the second floor. That's a lot of wall.
Well, there's not much wall above it, but it's still a stone wall, right?
Yeah, still a stone wall.
Cobblestones that I can climb easily.
Yeah, and then you need to get it out of the way.
I'll just
And then
run
you-
into it a lot.
And then you need to get a 3-ton organ gently lowered to a cart.
No, we use the wall we break to make a ramp.
Brick does not work that way.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Well, from what I determined, it seems you guys are going to head back to Case the Joint a second time.
Yes, tomorrow. Not
Are you gonna
again
do it?
tonight.
Okay, so directly tomorrow at night. Then my only question is, what do you do during the day?
Well, you two get rest.
Well, what do the other two do?
Well, I'm not sure Valeria's actually got her official invitation.
Invitation? Nope. Not yet.
So we have to pursue that.
You did what you presume is the correct thing. I mean, you could just wait for your invitation today and see if it shows up.
Well, if I have time,
A runner will deliver it one way or the other. I wasn't told to come back for it.
Correct?
Did we tell her where to find me?
Yes.
Yes.
Very well.
Thinking.
Well, I still like the idea of disrupting the sewer system, so I'm actually going to, during the day, I'm going to go over and see if, go back to Herrick's place and see if his assistant, who doesn't hate us, can point me to somebody in the organization who will help us with this.
Okay. You march off to go do that. Is anyone going with him? Not the sleeping dwarf.
Because even if we don't try to steal the organ, I think disrupting shit like that will actually be really useful anyway.
Okay. I don't think the plan calls for me to go anywhere in the day, so I'll come with you.
All right.
I only require 8 hours of sleep, so I'll just go to bed after.
Yeah, we all only require 8.
Technically, nobody but me requires any. It's just how this stuff works.
All right. It doesn't take you too long to arrive at Herrick's and talk to one of his assistants. I'm assuming you're trying to be at least a little subtle about your plan.
Yep.
Well, we're not spilling the plan.
Just hey, this plan we got a plan to get something really good, but it requires us to have just a little bit of lyrium, and we don't know where to get any.
Assistant snorts at you. If you don't know where to get any, then you don't know anything. There's dwarves who'll have it if you know who to talk to. If you don't know who to talk to, then you're not in the business of having lyrium.
Okay. I suggest you be helpful, because Herrick's having money problems, and we're going to get him money.
Yes, that's your problem.
I'm sure you like getting paid.
I do, and I have already assisted him for my part.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm sure you would like to
right
continue
now.
getting paid. Well, I'm sure you would like to continue getting paid, which you won't if he doesn't get his money back.
He'll get his money back.
You'll take the money out of our corpses.
Hey, look how easy it is to squash a melon with one hand. It's +5.
That is very easy to squash him out with one hand.
You had 2 stunt points. Use them.
The person lifts his hands. I know what you're trying to do and implicate. I don't know where you would get lyrium other than there are smuggler dwarfs who handle such things as part of the cartel. Does Herrick know them? Likely. I think I've seen a few come in. Where they do business and what they operate and what their prices are, I don't know. That's not my field of expertise.
Well, fine. If you had said, I just don't know, I wouldn't have gotten snippy with you.
If you had not asked dumb questions, you wouldn't have had to get snippy. Do I look like a lyrium smuggler?
Little bit.
Okay, racist. Now kindly fuck off.
Look, just point us in the right direction, and we will be out of your
Dwarves,
braided
there
hair.
you go, right direction, racists.
A name.
I think one of them was named Rorik.
Thank you. Well, let's go find this Rourke fellow. This seems like a fun daytime adventure. What is the guy information skill in this game?
It's like, I think it's communications is the one you're gonna roll. I don't think you have any of this, like the bonuses for the other stuff, but just communications in general.
Yeah, it's communication investigation. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think you guys have investigation, so
I don't have a focus in it, correct?
yeah. So go ahead
You
and roll
probably
that
have
for
higher
me.
communication than me, though. But I will attempt. Yeah,
Ooh,
I have a
that's
zero, so.
That's a lot of stunt. Hold on just a moment.
Yeah, I have a 0 to it, so that's not going to be helpful.
Well, just in case, I'll put some of those 5 into efficient search. If resources of any kind are consumed in this test, I only consume half as much.
That's actually going to come in handy, because the only way you're going to get more information after talking to some people is through bribery. He's asking for no less than 15 silvers, so I can have that down to 7, basically, in order to get pointed at what is essentially a black market.
I have 166 on me.
Well, whoever wants to take 7 silvers off their sheet is their business. Just make sure someone does so.
If I take 7 silvers off my sheet, I will have only copper to my name.
Well, we do have a party pool, I just don't know where it got to.
Somewhere.
We should probably put a token up here.
Yeah, I thought we did, that's the thing.
Yeah,
I think we
Yeah.
did, and it got eaten when we didn't save or something.
This is the map you sent me. The problem is it may not be that you may not have changed the map I sent you.
I swear we did it, like we sat down and did it, but... Here, I'll just...
Well, I know we had more than 7 in the party pool. Just forget how much it was.
There, here's a huge pile of money.
I like to keep my gold safe by burying it under a bunch of daggers and shields.
And if you're wondering, you have 150 silvers left in the party fund after buying the dress.
Okay,
Okay.
well, we'll just take the 7 out of that then.
I'll just wear that dress forever.
There's now 143 silvers left in the party fund.
We'll just
Alright,
see how
so, you are directed to the current meeting place for the black market over in this fucked corner. It looks like a black market. There's a bunch of people who just sort of meet quietly, exchange stuff, they know what they're talking about, and leave. You look very out of place. Like most people here have like their hoods up kind of thing.
What's the current street name for Lyrium? Is it Crystal or Blue Wonder?
Knowledge Street Toughs.
The big L?
I thought it was Kaboom.
Well, in Denerim, the street name for Lyrium is, hold on.
It's also an addictive substance, so I imagine they have a name for it.
They do, hold on.
Those Templars are jonesing, man.
Yeah, that's not even a joke. That was actually a plot point in one of the games.
Yep.
Andrastre's Kiss. I am not even kidding, that is what it's called.
They've just got me wondering who's Andraste. Anyways.
So we're looking for some special K.
You didn't come across Andraste while you were looking at the history?
Basically, Jesus figure, most important figure in all of the religion of the Chantry.
She was the wife of the Maker, and the Maker turned his wife on the world when she was killed.
Yep.
Yep. In my researches, I have been able to find plenty of place names and characters from the games, but sweet fuck all in terms of history and culture.
I don't know how you've not found that. I
there you
googled
go.
fucking
Dragon
dwarfs and like Dragon Age dwarfs, and I got everything.
The Dragon Age wiki actually has all that stuff on it, so I just linked you Andraste's page.
The background, the history of her, like everything. It's all right there.
Yeah, there's one of the reasons why I didn't. Wikia is all fan-made.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Carry on.
Yeah, but they draw from the games, but fair enough. Right, where was I? Oh, black market. Yes, you're in the black market now. They all have their hoods up. There's some dwarves, some humans, and some elves. Everyone's trying to keep to themselves and be as quick as possible. Because, you know, it's illegal. If you had to
Hello,
guess...
I would like 2 lyriums, please.
Nah, it's more like, you got the stuff? Yeah, here's the money, bye. And it's like the entirety of the conversation.
Greetings, fellow. I would like to buy some illegal fireworks.
You get punched in the face. And called the witch because they don't know what fireworks are.
I'll take. Let's see. I'll take that copy of Jugs, some beef jerky, some wild turkey, and some illegal beer.
This is not a Quickie Mart.
Which one of you is approaching someone and who? There's,
Should
like I said,
probably be
it's not obvious who's selling anything.
Should probably be written last name. I think he has a better communication than me.
My +0 will approach.
I also have a +0, so we're on the same field here.
Who do you approach?
Well, I'm not approaching a fellow customer, so to speak.
The thing is, trying to tell apart a customer from someone selling something is really hard. When I described it as a bunch of hooded figures who exchange words and then fucking leave, I kind of mean it. It's like there'll be 2 dwarves in a corner doing nothing, then an elf in a cloak will approach, ask them for something, they say they have it, they'll exchange money, and nothing else, and then they'll fuck off. Like, weird shit like that.
Yeah. I begin picking my way through the crowd, muttering, "Looking for Rorik," under my breath as I go, waiting for someone to respond to me.
Eventually, someone sort of gently tugs at your sleeve and just kind of jerks his head to the left. It's just a man in a cloak, and you see a dwarf who you hope is Rorik eyeing you suspiciously. The fellow has what you would call a noble's beard, as far as you know dwarves, which is to say it's a very big, well-cared-for beard. He looks old, but not ancient. Definitely silvered, though.
Okay. I gesture over Sarabas and approach.
He continues to eye you suspiciously and goes, "I ain't undercover guards. You're too stupid for that. Right here. You ain't usuals."
We're here getting some supplies we need to carry out work.
Yeah, cute. Hurry up and just tell me what you want.
I need some.
You don't know anything about how we speak or any of the gestures, so just hurry up.
Give me some Andraste's kiss, man. I'm jonesing.
Maybe you do know a word or two. Alright then. How bad is your Jones?
Bad enough that if I were to ignite it, it would destroy an outhouse.
Really?
The fuck are you up to? Listen, I can't be tied to any acts of heavy vandalism.
Hey, man, it was just an analogy, man.
Yeah, that's an analogy. 500 silvers for enough, let's say.
Dude, do you have 500 silvers?
One moment.
You gonna try to haggle?
I have no idea what these guys' plan was. I really don't.
Just wasting time, really.
Feels that way.
Thing is, I thought this expedition was to go and and see if there was any sort of help that we could recruit along these lines, not just go straight to the black market.
Well, that was sort of my plan, but this is all we got from it.
Mm.
Well, where did you expect to find the black market dwarf who deals in black market lyrium?
At the
Selling.
bank, obviously.
Well, it was that, or what, at his job, which he's doing his job, and he presumes you want to buy things. You could convince him of other matters, but you have to talk to him.
Yep, that's why I'm thinking.
He just said he doesn't want to be tied to anything.
That's true. You may have to convince him.
Why don't we just knock him in the face and steal it all? What's he gonna do? Tell the police we stole lyrium?
Because he wouldn't be carrying any.
Damn.
All right. This, if this gets me killed, remember me as a very pretty elf.
I always do.
Don't know if you're male or female, but you're very pretty.
If there's any elf I would mate with, it would be you.
Oh God, no. 500. Oh, come on. Herrick's man said that you'd be willing to deal.
What kind of deal? What are you planning?
Well, we just need a little bit of noise and smoke, just enough to scare us.
He holds up a hand,
skittish
waves
party.
you, waves you silent, kind of gestures for you to follow him a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And assuming you do, he just kind of turns a corner, which is suddenly a door, which is suddenly a small room, and then he sort of waves for you to continue. Seems he wants it to be a little more private.
We just need just enough of an effect to scare some skittish nobles, so that we could make off with anything that they happened to drop on their way out the front door.
You want me to invest in a burglary?
I'm afraid that is our angle, yes.
Oh, burglary is such a dirty word. I prefer armed robbery.
Armed robbery presumes you have some sort of disguise and don't mind being caught. You do not want to be caught. Am I wrong?
You are not.
What is worth my time in this precisely? Who are you? You're robbing someone, but who?
Are you sure you want to know? You said you did not want to be tied.
And yet you want me to tie me to this. If you simply say, give me... You're asking me to invest in something I know nothing about. I would like to know at least enough. Are you robbing a noble, a tradesman? Does this person have any level of power? Are they a ban? Are they a...
There
is
is
it
a
the bloody king?
There is
Let's play charades.
There is a party this weekend.
There's going to be lots and lots of nobles there just ready to drop lots and lots of expensive stuff that they carry on them to look precious.
Alright, I'm intrigued. And what is it you need from me?
We need... I am not asking pro gratis, I'm just asking for a reasonable discount on the distraction we need to carry it out.
Roughly a golf ball sized chunk of lyrium.
That is no small investment.
But the return business you would be getting from our boss may, I do not know, be worth it.
Yeah, well, we will gladly have you share some of the credit with us when we bring our goods to Herrick.
I am not interested in credit. Eric will know I was involved. Because if you're using my supply, then unless you stole it from me, he'll presume I was involved. And he's going to hope you didn't steal it from me. Alright, here's what I can do. I'll invest in your little attempt under one condition. Just one.
No, only I get to have sex with the elf.
No.
Okay, fine.
Just-
you can have sex with the elf.
Just
Fine.
no. There is a particular noble I've had trouble with. He swings by and takes pinches of this and that, and the point is he owes me money. And if this is a noble get-together, chances are he's going to show. It's rare he would decide to not be seen. He loves being seen in public, and he's that sort of foppish, party-going imbecile.
You want us to make sure his pockets are empty before he goes out the door?
No, I want an example made. I'd like him crucified on that person's house. Or burned alive, or torn apart, or devoured by the hounds. I really don't care, but I want him dead. Publicly dead. Possibly with a large rock.
Did I hear somebody say burned? That's one of my favorite words.
Now, I don't require you to be seen doing it. I just need him to publicly be seen dead. I don't care if no one sees how he dies, just that he is dead and people see his corpse. Preferably a mutilated corpse, but I'm not that picky at this stage.
I'm gonna lean over to Run Listen. Do you have any moral problem with this?
I am seeing ways that your desire may be integrated into our plan.
And that is all I require. If you can perform this, then I will provide you the needed lyrium.
Sounds good.
However,
to me.
I need your word on this, as if he makes it out of there alive, I will be a tiny bit upset. And if this man has upset me and this is his punishment, then you can imagine yours.
Are
You have it
running?
You have it on my word as a canary. No, wait, that's his.
I presume you'll want to speak to the rest of your little gang, because I'm presuming it's more than just you two, otherwise this truly is a suicide pact.
Suicide pact? That's another one of my favorite words.
So, I will give you at least a day to mull it over. Yeah, of course you don't need to involve me, but if you desire what I supply, that is my price.
I don't have any problem with this, do you?
No, but we are not alone in this.
As I figured. Thus the day.
Would we find
them where we got it?
You're not going to find me here again, no. I will be... Takes out like a slip of paper. Here, tomorrow. Or at least a representative of myself will be there, and they'll direct you from there. Worry not. You'll find me. Or I could just find you, but I think this is more comfortable for you.
Thank you very much for your attention.
Get out of my office.
Your office doesn't have any furniture in it.
I don't want to have to clean up. Blood's hard to get out of chairs. And pretty much everything, actually.
Fair enough. Bye.
Alright, so that happened.
Once we're out and clear of people, we're not going directly back to the back to her house.
No.
Feel like a long walk across the river?
Want to go get some drinks at the squid place?
Sure.
Even if somebody's following us, they won't follow us into there.
We will spend a few hours. We will spend a few hours at the squid ward until we're sure that we're not being followed.
Even if you were being followed, you don't think they'd want to follow you in here. Do you actually get drinks?
I will get... How much are drinks?
Here? A silver, maybe.
I
A silver will get you both a drink, let's put it that way.
I will use my last silver to buy us drinks.
Alright, you get, the house special. That's all it's called. No one actually knows what it is, but it's alcohol. Probably.
I can promise you that it will not kill you. This stuff drips onto my bed every night.
Pretty much that, yeah.
It eats through the casks.
So, do you think we should tell Valeria what the price is?
That's the point of having a day's notice. You, in the meanwhile, need to
I
get
don't think
some...
she's going to go for it.
We'll find out. You, in the meanwhile, you should get some rest, because you have some scouting to do tonight.
Yep, I will go back to my house now.
Your house or Valera's? Because Mogren's in Valera's. Napping on her couch.
Yeah, going back to mine. It was around here somewhere.
That's fine. Alright then. Assuming Valera doesn't get up anything, night will fall.
No, she's pretty much practicing all the things she hates, being a lady.
Night has fallen.
And the 8th spoon goes on the right. And that's only for looking good. It's not for actually using. That's the spoon. The spoon is for using. Right, the night does fall with a loud bang and then like hits itself on the way out.
And you don't get to lead no matter how much taller than your male partner you are.
Yep. So, Cerebus and Mogren presumably re-establish themselves outside Valeria's. Redlishan, are you joining everyone else at Valeria's, or are you going to just hang out in the Squidward? Redlishan.
Yeah. I still had mute on. I will rejoin her when day breaks.
So you're just going to let... Alright, fair enough. Mogren and Cerebus then. Well, back to the sodding Banrose estate. I mean...
It's not sodding yet, but if our plan works...
Great, I've returned you to Banrose estate. What would you like to do?
Well, do you want to take another look around the other rooms with the mirror? Or?
Provided you can actually go and do that without dropping it.
I
seems
make no promises.
Yeah, maybe a little
But
difficult.
I'll try my best.
Where would you like to start? You're aware of what this room is on the 2nd floor only. And technically what this room is on the 2nd floor. Actually, you have no idea, sorry. You're aware of the outside rim of that room. It's this room. 2nd floor, you know everything about.
Actually, I know what we can do. If we get back up to the roof, I have rope. You can tie the rope to my feet and lower me down to the window so I can look through with the mirror.
Sounds good to me.
Mother, there's an angry dwarf out my window!
They're all angry, dear.
Let's get you up the easy way. Strength Mike to grab him.
He is grabbed.
Ah!
Crush him.
Rush and climb the building.
Okay, you don't actually get up with that one.
That's a 12.
I know, you don't get up. You're carrying a whole dwarf in one arm.
15.
You start making some progress.
Okay.
It takes at least 3 to get all the way up, so, like, keep going.
18.
Almost there.
17.
And you're up.
Grab you and rush the building.
You had like a fucking Goliath from Gargoyles moment there. So, you're back on the roof. It's very roofy.
Okay, so you should tie the rope to your feet, since I'm not an expert rope tire. That's why I bought a ladder.
Well,
This is going to be great. We'll lower him down.
Yes,
the rope
what is the ability to use for tying a knot in rope?
Let's see, I would assume that would be a Dex. Dex crafting is probably the one that fills it. Yeah, I don't think anything fits it better than that.
Whenever you're ready.
Is that what it is, Dex?
Yeah, yes. There isn't a... I don't believe there's a use rope anywhere that I could find, so yes, it is just a dexterity check.
Yeah, I think Dex crafting fits it the best.
Plus 3.
Alright, you have solid ropes tied to yourself.
Okay, well, strength might.
Got a good solid grip.
Lower me to
Lower me to
windows.
Yes.
Which window would you like to check?
Anything but the one we already looked in.
Well, how about this room, since we don't know what's actually here? We just know what's in that. We just know what's in the pipe organ room. We don't know what's in the easiest room to break into.
Alright, one moment. Which room again? Oh, okay. Alright, you lower him over the edge, and you run into an immediate problem. These windows have been blocked. By what you're not sure, it could be, like, looks like wood, like, not boarded up, but like something was put in the way.
So on top of being too stupid to build a roof, they don't know how to interior decorate.
Quite possibly, yeah.
Totally ruining the feng shui of the room.
All you know is that it's blocked off.
Okay, well, let's slowly move over this way then. Just roll you along the wall.
Okay, so you want to check in that room, second floor, yes?
Yep. Are you mapping this out? Because I'm not.
Just getting it ready.
Luckily, guards are too stupid to look up.
They have no reason to look up unless we make a noise.
Yeah, guys, don't count on that.
Well, bad news bears, there's no windows on that side.
On this whole side?
Not for that room. There's windows here. There's a window here. And a window here. But no windows for that entire length.
Let's reel them up and lower them down at the next window then.
Okay.
I'm going fishing. You're the bait.
He is possibly the worst bait.
Dwarves aren't something fish like, I think.
I don't even think fish like dwarves know. Fish know what dwarves are.
I don't think most fish know what anything is.
I mean, they are fish. Sorry, just making sure I have everything cleared correctly. Okay. Here you are. Benrose Estate Floor 2, and we're going to stick there for now, so just please use Estate Floor 2 for most of our shenanigans from this point onwards. There you go. So that's what you see inside this particular room, Mogren. For a more detailed description, I will tell you. It seems, by all accounts, this is... Should be the sitting room. Ah, yes, the smoking room. Pretty much what it sounds like. It seems to be just a big room for sitting around in. It's one of those rich people rooms that exist for the pay purpose of just existing. Like, they're nice chairs. There are doors.
Should I really back up?
Yep.
Reel them up and go to the next window. We're going to continue counterclockwise. We're going to continue clockwise.
Alright, hold on.
Hey, look, those reedy things.
Reedy things?
Yeah.
I believe they're called books and or scrolls.
It's probably a good thing this person is reading. Otherwise, he'd see you right in the face. This, if you're wondering, this desk, this,
Remember,
bookshelf
I'm not
is not
looking into the
high.
window.
I know, you are at the window.
No, Mirror.
Yeah.
Oh, you're using the mirror.
I'm dangling him down, and he's using the mirror like a periscope to look inside.
Huh. Probably still a good idea. You might have seen the mirror in theory, but point is, his nose is in a book. So this is definitely a library. Well, what accounts for a library. It's not exactly wall-to-wall books, but there's a fair number of them. Some, what look like noble folk just reading.
And that chick who was tuning a piano earlier.
Yeah, it is her. Same girl.
Presumably she lives here. Or at least works here.
Yep.
Her name's Noble Lady, so I'm going to go with Liv.
Moving on.
Alright.
So what happens when you live in a world where everyone has their name under them? That'd be great if the world was really like that. Like you're walking down the street, guy comes at you with a gun, and at his feet, the big nameplate mugger shows up.
But could you control it? If I became a butcher, does my name change? Do I get a new title?
Depends how important you are.
Alright, oops, I need to make him visible. Where is he?
This will really keep the ghosts.
Great news for you. These two are heading in opposite directions. Specifically, this is going in there, and this guy is going in there. And this room is this room is barren, and it's like just complete. Like the other rooms had like rugs or chairs or something. This is just nothing. This is like creepy nothing.
Okay.
So maybe it is where they keep the ghosts.
There are stairs leading down. And that's about it.
Well, moving on.
Well, I will keep in mind that this guard is moving that way, but other than that, I'm gonna skip that window because it's obvious. However, the next window is going to be this direction. And this guard is going in that direction. So, do you want to risk it?
You could wait a minute.
I'll go over there, do a 60 count, and then look.
Alright.
Mirror, call the cops. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, this room sucks.
Well, that kind of, yeah. Not really anything in here either. There's
Stairs!
a whole lot of jack of shit in here. But it looks well traveled, so you presume they'd use this for patrol purposes. If nothing else. Like, literally nothing. I guess it's like a watch post. Like, they come up here, they look out the windows, and fuck them off.
It's where the guards have sex when no one's watching them.
Sure.
Too many windows for that.
Hey, don't you kink shame.
I'm going to presume you keep going.
Uh-huh.
Skipping the windows that count for jack of all.
Uh-huh.
And you finally get to an interesting window. This is definitely Ben Roa's room. The bad news is you can't quite see as much of it as you'd hope, because she has curtains that are partially blocking the window, and she has a proper window. But after some scooting around with the mirror, you do get a good idea of what's everything in the room. Bed, dressers, urn, some stuff.
Some sort of gold thing we should steal.
That's a big urn. It's not made of gold, but it is, like, painted, so it's probably valuable.
Ooh, it's some dead guy's ashes. Let's take it. I'm sure some
It's
historian...
a bit big for one dead guy, but...
It's one dead guy. He was very fat.
I mean, definitely there'll be valuables in this room, no doubt, but this is definitely Ben Aurora's room, so it's probably guarded.
And an open book with a diagram of what appears to be either a dragon or a primitive flying machine.
I mean, yeah, that's in the corner, but you can't see that with a sodding mirror too good, so...
It's a flying machine.
I mean, there is a book there on a table, but unless you get your head in there, you're not gonna...
Mogren's hanging there with the mirror, whispering, "Enhance! Enhance!" added over and over.
Somehow you hear keyboard motions.
You hear motions?
Yes. I'm going to presume you move on.
And then somebody hacks your mirror feed.
There is actually someone in this room.
And they're naked, you pervert.
Not really. Well, I mean, a bit. Depends on what your definition of naked is. Manabari Hound is busily gnawing at a bone of some degree. And by a bone, I mean it's probably an animal bone because it's bigger than your torso.
It's a doggy.
A big dog. Manabari are not normal dogs. They are massive warhounds. They are loyal, powerful, and loving to their masters. To intruders, they are murder on legs.
And they have very few customization options.
This is true. But they are murderously powerful. Like, there's a reason they use these things for war. They bring down horses and men just as easily. Even an untrained Manabari is, well, rare, but... Pretty sure it's Manabari, but whatever.
Nope.
No, it's just Bari.
Fine, Mabari.
I've just been holding my tongue this whole time.
A Manabari is like the Full Metal Alchemist thing where you combine a little girl with it.
Why?
Is that a thing?
Probably is a thing.
Because that sounds like an awesome thing.
No, that's a reference to Full Metal Alchemist, and it's awful. Why
It's one of,
are
like, the
you
saddest
referencing
parts
that?
of it.
How about
As it is
the
right
idiots on
now,
Netflix?
the dog is busy eating, so presuming you don't make a whole shitload of noise or something stupid, but it's nice to know she has one. 'Cause that means,
Noise. No, I'm not actually making noise. Move on.
I know not.
Is that anything like Digimon Tamers, where the naked kids fuse with the Digimon?
That was always weird, yeah.
I'm naked for some reason.
Another room that looks like just one of those guard passage rooms. Hello?
Blah.
Brain-eating
Well,
amoeba.
There's not much to say about this room. It's just another room that guards pass through for the sake of patrol.
That's why we weren't saying anything.
Do you want to move on or not?
A little bit.
Alrighty.
Just a tad.
You have looped completely back around at this stage.
So
Well, there's still
this-
one room we haven't checked.
Yeah, this outcropping and this outcropping don't have any windows, and nor
Oh, they
does
do, but they're...
this room here, which is boarded.
Yeah, there's that room there that's boarded, and I... Oopsie doodle, I think I forgot to pass through them, but they're, Let me just roll some stuff on them. Hold on. Okay, no. He doesn't quite manage. He almost did, though. Well, you almost get... someone almost spotted your fucking mirror trick, but no.
It was me. I still don't know how you're doing this.
On entering guard passage room.
Why would you buy a house this big and then do absolutely nothing with most of the rooms? Big waste of money.
They're a noble. Big waste of money. It might as well be their middle name.
Well, they could have at least thrown a stripper pole in here.
And same deal over there. These top towers with all these windows you can see in seem to be primarily just for, well, looking out and for passage. The other rooms that happen to have windows are, well, relaxing rooms or some other purpose. Keeping in mind you actually can't see in there or there. So those might have more things, but this one's blocked up. And this one just doesn't fucking have any in terms of windows.
This is the window the guards have to crap out of because they're not allowed to use the toilet.
Lol. Maybe. But, yeah, there you go.
It's a building.
What's that? It's a building.
So, okay, besides the pipe organ, which is
Besides
still
the pipe organ? No, well, keep in mind, you've only seen the second floor.
yes,
and
but
only
on the
part of
second
it.
floor, besides the pipe organ, the room most likely to have valuables in it is either the band's room itself, in less conspicuous things, or in the room with all the books and such.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Ian, click the link.
Why? Why do you do
That's sad.
this? Stop
There,
it!
that-
Damn it!
That should be enough to brief Brad on what it is we're talking about.
I have not watched Full Metal Alchemist, although I have heard of it.
If you do, watch Brotherhood.
Yeah. Considering in the original series they didn't know how to end it because the manga hadn't ended and they sent everyone to fucking Nazi Germany.
Well, why
But
not?
Nazis.
Yeah, it was weird.
So there's your updated. So from as best you can tell, other than the pipe organ, the next most valuable rooms seem to be the band's room, followed by the library, possibly followed by the sitting room.
Alright, we still got one more place to check that isn't actually related too much to the mansion.
Alright, where do you want to go?
The sewer!
Okay, I need a stealth check from you two.
Are we on a different map now? Because I need a token.
Oh, right. Ta-da! Enjoy.
Ah. 5.
Dex is 2.
If that doesn't work, tell me and I can re-roll it.
No, you're good. You avoid making too much noise and drawing attention to yourselves as you basically skedaddle off the property. Finding a sewer grate isn't really hard. It's just a matter of they're not very big. Like, it'd be a tight squeeze for Mogren, and Cerebus is just not getting in there. You can imagine there's bigger ones down by the river, but that's very far, and even if they are bigger, you could easily get lost.
How's the stone around the grate?
Solid. Like, it's good cobblestone.
Is it solid enough that a Kunari with a crowbar could not move it?
I don't think the entire castle is that solid. If he really wanted to move it, he can move it.
Because I have a crowbar.
He'd be basically digging at that point if he wanted to actually fit himself, though, because it's like that narrow for a while.
We're gonna need to find a place near here where I can enter the sewers, or else this whole plan's gonna be crappy.
It's already pretty crappy.
Well, the way I figure it, even if we don't go for the pipe organ like I want to, then it's easier to rob the place. Plus, we get to humiliate her by roading her party.
So, what now?
Why?
Is it really that disturbing?
Because science.
I don't really watch much of the animes.
To summarize, that man fused his dog and his daughter into an amalgamation in a desperate attempt to science.
I see no problem with this.
More of the problem is that he was shown to be a decent guy before then.
Mm-hmm. Like they built him up to be someone you actually kind of liked.
Yeah, you liked him and you liked his family.
Yeah, it was like he managed to get a really good family going. His daughters loves him. They have a good time with the dog and everything. And it's like they weren't shown to be anyone particularly important either. So they didn't have the immediate threat of, oh look, they're gonna obviously die hanging over them.
We got like 3 episodes of getting used to the presence of this adorable little girl, and then suddenly, Edward.
Stop it.
Is it as bad as a bunny cat using Lolacon in order to stop the heat death of the universe?
What?
It's not that bad in terms of scale, but it's a more personal bad.
Somebody hasn't watched Madoka Magica yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
Referencing. I've not ever watched it. I just know.
So about that
Great
sewer
show.
grate.
Well, you have one. What do you want to do with it?
Right, but the Kunari cannot fit.
This is true.
We're going to need to find another one where I can fit.
Can we shrink the Kunari?
I can sort of do this, rolls up into a ball. Roll me down, I'm sure it's fine.
That won't. No.
Well, then I guess we'll have to continue looking.
Yeah.
Well, you can keep looking for more grates, so just go ahead and roll. Searching. Perception search.
+1. Oh,
Damn.
look.
Well, it doesn't take you longer than 20 minutes to find a much better one.
Yes. Let me do a thing, because it's stunts.
Stunt one first.
Alright.
How many did I get? 5?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's make it a speedy search. Just make it half the time, and
For the other three, you can get a +1.
yeah, might as well just go for that. The object of your attention.
2 further tests to examine the thing you're looking at. So yeah.
So yeah, another +1, and it takes half the time.
Okay, it takes you about 5 minutes to get to a particular grate that's some distance off from a particularly large mansion. And this grate is sizable. It's a little out of the way, but it's within seeing distance of Banroa's and would fit Cerebus.
Well, we'd better go scout the place.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go down the poop chute?
Not really, but sort of have to.
Okay, join the
Now,
poop chute.
don't make fire.
I will try my best not to.
Who goes first?
No,
I
who's
got
on
flame
first?
last. I will go first.
Yes.
How am I supposed to see down here?
Well, the grates mean there's at least some natural light coming in. Dark as it is, there are lights above ground.
You have the sewer grates occasionally to provide light once you arrive down there in the, let's call it, muck.
I think muck might actually be the technical term.
Could quite be, yes. It's not pleasant, and it is, while wide enough to fit Cerebus, he almost has to hunch entirely over to properly fit. Mogron has to even duck a bit.
Okay, but here's the question. Can I get under the mansion from here without getting lost?
Good question. You need a guide from Mogron's. The best way to do this would have Mogron on the surface, probably. I don't know. However you want to do this is your business, so it's mostly a time thing.
I could be on the surface and actually, yeah, if I follow the sewer grates and flash light in with that mirror, it should be clear to see down there.
Okay, yeah, you go do that. We'll see if this is a workable plan.
It takes you the better part of an hour to really get your bearings and for the flashing light to be noticeable, let's call it. But the closest you can get is actually located outside the estate, but within its grounds. There's apparently a... you presume they must throw it out the window or something? Here.
That's perfectly fine. But I was able to find my way there without much problem, so now I'm going to come back.
You return.
Okay, so...
Now, the only issue with it is that that grate in particular, it's big enough, it's similar to the one here, in that it's big enough for you to get out of, but it's kind of overgrown with plant life. Not so much to where it completely blocks the way, but if you want to transport yourself or anything else, you and carry anything, you need to get that shit out the way. It's partially blocking stuff.
I think you forgot what our plan was.
I know, I'm saying if you want to use it for purposes of getting people places, I need to make sure you know this shit. Or if you want to throw something on fire down there, it might get stuck on the grass.
Explosion.
I know, I'm just telling you what, could get jammed,
Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna take the biggest part of it so we can explode the shit right at their estate. That is perfect.
Although the hope is to use the interior plumbing.
Yeah, so I'll take part of mine so we can do it there, and then we'll give Ren Larson the rest of it so he can go to the toilets inside the place.
Sounds like a plan.
Wait, question. How do we detonate it?
Good question.
Any spark will do it. That stuff's
Okay.
really volatile.
There you go.
I think they actually That's one of the reasons why mining it is so dangerous, and one of the reasons they only let dwarves do it, because who the fuck cares about that?
Lol.
That's not even me talking. That's the way people act.
Yep.
It's one of the few jobs the capitalists can do.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I think we have a plan here. Just one little hurdle with our own party member.
Even Mogren doesn't know that problem yet, though.
Nope.
Alright, is there anything else you want to do at Ben Rose Estate?
No, I think we know everything we need to for now.
Really good. Back to Ferelden. That night, you return to wherever it is you need to go. You are down to 2 more days, including this one, before Banroa's party. Valeria! Before you went for bed for the night and those two fucked off, a runner approaches. Knocks on your door, waits.
She'll answer.
Madame, this is for you. Compliments of Banroa. And it's, well, as it can only be really one thing. It's a letter, it's sealed, clearly an invitation.
I see, thank you.
Good day, and jogs off.
She'll go and open it.
It is a extremely long-winded invitation.
Read it verbatim, please.
Yo, bitch, I heard you like, and then so on.
Yo, bitch, I heard you like parties, and I heard you like mansions.
So I put a party in your mansion. If you know what I mean. So, yes, basically you get that as those two run off for the night, and at least that's comforting to know you didn't completely fuck up.
Yep, yeah, it is.
And they return probably way past when you're asleep.
And then we're gonna wake you up with Sarba smelling like poop.
Nah, I'm going to bathe in the river before I go home.
So you're gonna smell like more poop.
Well, we've already determined that I usually bathe in the river, so I just bathe where there isn't so much poop normally.
I'm presuming everyone reconvenes at Valeria's place once they've had a minute, or do you want to reconvene at the Squidward?
No, I'm thinking Valeria's place. On the plus
Alrighty.
side, even if we don't have keys, I can break in.
It takes you some of the morning to get everyone together again, but you do manage it.
They got a sewer grate that I can easily get into and get right behind their house from.
She also continues to be rich.
Wonders will never cease.
Did that
Also has an owner of some kind.
Did that sewer proceed under the house?
As far as I can tell, it may at some point, but I couldn't really tell from underground whether it goes around the house or through it. I just know it comes up. I just know that it starts in the front of the house and comes up right behind the house.
Okay. Surely a lady of her wealth will have it set up. Will have at least one room for her guests in which to squat.
Skull hastily rewrites the map.
I'm just getting stuff settled, so we'll get you to some... What do you want to do for the day?
Explode.
We're still discussing the land.
Okay, well, whenever it is you lot go somewhere, keep me informed.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you all...
We're talking. Give us time to talk.
Someone censored my name, damn it, so I was like, hey, what?
No, I said you hastily rewrite the map because he was talking about bathrooms. I'm sure you didn't actually put any in there.
Actually, I did plan for this in terms of bathrooms. It's just a matter of not what you seem to be expecting.
Mm-hmm.
It's an indoor outhouse.
Well, you'll see.
It's
In-
guarded by 2 leviathans.
In before fully equipped spa.
Go on then.
There was one in Dragon Age Inquisition, so why not?
Let's see here.
Speaking of bathrooms, I'll be right back.
Okay, so if we can't deliver the explosive down the hatch itself, so to speak, we can deliver it via the sewer.
Yep. By the way, somebody owes me new boots.
Yes.
Hopefully, after the job, you'll be able to afford them.
Well, I hope so, because right now I can't even buy a drink at the squid place.
No, we shouldn't be too comfortable. If this doesn't go well, we won't be able to stay in the city.
Okay, has anybody worked out how much that pipe organ must weigh?
I haven't seen it, and I've never been strong at that sort of thing.
I'm gonna strength might it. Rawr, flipping over a table.
Why?
Because I'm strong.
You're very strong.
If it is made of dense machinery like I think those are, I expect it weighs at least 1 zounds.
Oh, what?
A zounds. You know, the exclamation of, well, that ain't fucking happening.
The abbreviation of God's wounds?
You're all insane. Just wanted to put that out there.
I just came back to find people talking about zounds, so...
Well, we'll just push the pipe organ out the window. Or take bits of it, whatever.
It's zounds as a unit of weight.
Ah.
Is my estimate for that organ.
Well, even if we can't get the whole thing, we can take bits. Sure, if you melt them down for the metal, they're still worth money.
Ooh. Alright, so... did you guys happen to see any bountiful riches in, just, sitting around loose other than the grand air piano?
Not really. We got an urn that's probably full of some historic guy, and some books.
Books and scrolls, we have no idea what the books and scrolls are. They could be valuable, but there's no way to know until we're actually in that room.
I'm guessing it's all porn.
I really don't know the lady's tastes. Well, we definitely need a...
I think dog fused with girl is her thing.
We do need to make sure we have a backup plan, because I severely doubt how well we're going to be able to move this.
Well,
the backup
speaking
plan
of-
is we're going to take everything. Ron Lawson's going to take everything in the house he can carry.
And so will we.
Well, that might get us a quarter of our debt.
Well, we had a way to. We could get the piano. I think it would just take more time than we have, because we need to build the pulley and the thing.
So let's do it.
Do you know how to build this stuff?
I'm sure somebody in the city does.
Do you think they can build it in a way where we can carry it around without people noticing it?
You are pretty big.
Plus, you're going to have to be doing this alone, because I'm going to be in the sewer blowing something up.
Hmm.
Well, with that bad a roll, Valeria probably knows nothing about any kind of engineering guild in the city.
The lyrium that we're going to have for this explosion. Oh, hold on. Actually, we need to have that discussion.
No,
Valeria.
Hmm?
And Mogren, I suppose. In
You
case,
suppose?
Yeah, you also weren't there.
Talking about me behind my back.
Well, it is simply that I do not think that you would have any direct objections to this. We have a supplier who is willing to give us a certain amount of lyrium, gratis, so long as we fulfill some demand of his during the party.
Which is?
Oh, nothing. Just killing a noble.
There's
Excuse me.
a nobleman who has stiffed this smuggler out of what he owes him. Kind of sort of like the same situation we're now in for Herrick. And the lyrium dealer, he wants to make sure that this nobleman is
Sent
killed.
on a free trip. Sent on a free trip to meet the maker.
Killed publicly.
How publicly?
He does not care, just publicly.
Like, do we need to butcher him with people watching? Or
His-
people just need...
His body's seen. Whether it does the killing itself doesn't have to be known to us, but his body must be seen.
Do you have a name?
He did not provide details because you hadn't accepted.
Yeah, we will be provided a name. We know it's a he. That cuts out, like...
Without further details, you don't know if it's, say, the king. You need more information.
We know it's a ban.
The connections of nobility are important in these things. This could be a very dangerous proposition.
I'm sure nobody wants to kill Alistair / Logain.
Find out more. Assuming we still want to go forward with this ludicrous plan.
I'm afraid that our acceptance or disacceptance will be what gets us the aid or not. I'm not sure we'll be allowed to ask further questions until we say yes or no.
And I'm pretty sure if we say no, they won't answer them.
Do we have any other options?
Not really, no.
We have the option of finding a way to cause a great distraction which does not involve blowing up the sewer.
Unless
Yeah,
you have
where are
some-
we gonna find that? I mean, really, there's no time to make anything else now. Let's just blow up the sewer.
Yeah, unless you got 700 to directly buy the lyrium.
500. Actually, there'll. Yeah, you're right.
I
There'll
wanted some profit for
probably.
me.
There probably will be a wasting my time tax added on if we just want the lyrium at this point.
Not that this makes this any better, but you do know I won't be able to assist.
Yep.
We're all going to be spread pretty thin already.
Yeah, there's only 4 of us. We get it. I'm going to be in the sewer blowing stuff up. So.
And I will need to remain very visible.
I'm going to point this out. The second you blow that sewer, that puts a very hard time limit on how much time you have to grab shit, because...
Yep, we're going to have to do some sort of way... We're going to have to find some way to sync it up, I know.
Well,
Does
I don't
anybody
know
have
if
a
syncing
schedule?
Because
up
while
is
the
a
party is
problem.
going on, people will be distracted and so on. You can maybe sneak around and grab shit that way. But the second you do something like that, the party's over and people are going to rush to get out, and then there's going to be people rushing to get in to fix it. So...
Yep.
Oh, no, we know. Like I said, we're going to have to find some way to sync it. Or have some way to be able to signal me when we... Yeah, actually, it opens right up. We can have Bogren shine his mirror in when it's time. He'll have to clear some of the plants, though.
That's not exactly difficult.
Well, I can clear them from inside. I can... Yeah.
Regardless, I won't be carrying a blade, so I will not be able to assist.
Oh no, my best guess is we're going to be blowing up a sewer, right?
Yep.
We just need to make sure that this particular gentleman is sitting upon it at that time.
That would actually be better if you can... If we can come up with some sort of phrase that you say after you got him sat on it, then I can blow it, and that starts the plan.
Why do I feel like this was now actually on me?
I believe a good phrase would be, "Oh, what a lovely moon."
Fine.
Also, I'm going to be running for my life because I've got to try to outrun the explosion that's going to be in my face. So
Just throw a fireball at it from long distance.
I only have flame blast.
And?
I'll use flame blast and run, but there's actually a good chance I'm going to take a lot of damage from this. So. I'm
And
really good for the plan.
What was the radius of the pipes you were crawling through?
They were me size. I could walk through them.
I mean, if that's the measurement he wants to give you, that's his business. If you want a more exact measurement,
To the nearest foot or so.
would that be around 4 foot wide, I guess? Probably a little smaller than that.
I'm gonna have to go early here.
Probably 4x4, honestly. I know, okay, that's fine.
All right.
Like, feel free to continue discussing and stuff because I don't think anything's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, we're
either,
basically
but-
wrapping up just discussions and more planning out sort of thing.
So feel free to do that. You can let me know after, but I need to go.
All right.
Okay.
See you later.
All right.
Bye.
Is there anything else that you guys need to discuss?
I just wanted to address that specific point of Sarabas possibly burning his ass off. Do you think you could carry a round shield down there with you?
Oh yeah.
Not a very big one, but
Oh no, yeah. If you want to put it on my back or something, yeah.
Yeah, just something to help protect you from the blast directly would be a good idea.
Yeah, that sounds. I could do that. Yeah. We're going to need to get a shield from somewhere. I don't have any money left. Does Valeria hold a shield most of the time?
Well,
No, you will not be taking my shield.
you just need to soften the brunt of the blast. Just like the 4 foot, you say? You could just
Yeah.
nail four barrel lids together to.
Yeah, sounds good. Then they catch on fire instead of my face.
Because you can drop them, can't drop your face.
I know.
Mr.
I'm
Nick
trying-
Cage.
Well,
He didn't drop
that
it,
will
he took
do
it
for
off.
today's session, I think. You
Okay.
got basically everything squared away and your plan a little more solidified, your crazy plan involving blowing up the sewers.
And
And
setting.
Noble sitting on it.
Do save this map if you would, because we'll be using
Oh yeah.
it.
Oh yeah.
The whole thing, because I don't have to re-put this stuff down. It's annoying. Right, so with that out of the way, we can all skittle off. It was enjoyable. Hopefully, not next
I
week,
got
but the
a
week
question.
after, you all can actually see if you can pull this miracle off.
You think we'll get a bonus for covering his corpse in shit after we kill him?
Well, they need to know it's him that's dead. So actually, they can't be covered in shit. If they can't tell who it is, you defeat the purpose.
I'm sure they'll identify him
Psh.
from his dental records
All right, now I gotta go. So see
or his
you.
online activity. Bye.